Hello and welcome back to Jacob's Toys 5-minute figure reviews. Please do like, share, subscribe, all of those things. All support to the channel is very much appreciated. Now in this video we are obviously taking a look at the Hasbro Pulse Exclusive Human Torch or Johnny Storm. Now this is the Pulse Exclusive powered down version. Obviously in the Wave we got the whole flame on version, but this is the Pulse Exclusive powered down version in his classic blue and white suit. So without further ado, let's crack him open and take a closer look. So what's in the box? Let's have a quick look. You obviously have the figure here with the kind of semi-flame on hands. You also get two closed fisted hands which are just plain. You also get two of the arm fire effects that we've seen on various figures, and you also get this nice little back piece here that's like a flame effect as well. And that is it. Let's take a closer look at the figure without dropping him. Now he is a standard sort of 6-inch male figure with the butterfly joints in the shoulders. All the other points of articulation are the same. Now personally I think the paintwork on this is pretty good. I have seen a few people online complain about some of the paintwork. The only thing that kind of stood out to me is that these flame on hands are the same ones that they used on the Walgreen exclusive and the modern version, and they've just painted them white, so they are translucent underneath. And if you look too carefully you can kind of tell that they are translucent. Let me just go a bit closer there. You can see the paint, the white paint isn't quite as sharp as the rest of him. Now, as for the articulation, it's all pretty good. I've had a move around of him. And one thing I really liked is that when you move these butterfly joints back, the kind of semicircle around the top of him in the costume does match. So as you move the butterfly joints in the shoulders back, you can see that the paintwork still matches up. So they've obviously thought about where they're painting that, which is really cool. Let's just take the head off and take a closer look at the head. Now this is the same head that we got with the modern version of Johnny Storm, just painted ever so slightly. See, his eyes are a little bit bluer, the hair's a little bit blonder, but essentially it is the same head sculpt that we've already had. But it's a perfect Johnny Storm head, so I've got no complaints there at all, and definitely one that I wanted to see on that classic body. Now, just while it takes me a minute to get his head back on, there we go. I'll just stand him. Let's just move these bits out of the way. Actually, I'm going to put the flame effect on his arm, because I think even though we are getting the full flame on version in the Wave, which I haven't actually received yet, but I'm sure is in the post, even though we are getting that full flame on version, I personally am going to display this version with as many of the fire effects as I possibly can. So I'm going to put both of these arm pieces on. Now we get these arm pieces with a lot of figures. Literally on the last review I did on Binary, we got them with her as well. But I think with the Human Torch they do really work well. And this back piece as well is the same shape, it's the same mould as the one that we got on the Walgreens exclusive. But when you put all of the flame pieces on, there's just enough fire there so that you know who he is, and I think it works really well with a classic white and blue costume. I for one am really pleased. I was kind of on the fence about getting him because obviously in the Wave we are getting a powered up Johnny Storm, but I'm really pleased that I did pull the trigger because he is definitely an awesome one, and one that I definitely want to display alongside the other members of the Fantastic Four. Now, speaking of the Walgreens exclusive, here he is. Here is the full-on, flame-on version of Johnny Storm, and I'm also going to grab the modern version as well. And like I said, I haven't got the Retro Wave powered-on version yet, so I can't make a comparison. But as soon as I do, I'll make a comparison of both flame-on versions. So let's pull in the modern version that's got the same head sculpt. And you can see here that he has the translucent hands as well. So all three of them side by side do look like slightly different variations of the character. And if you are one that doesn't mind displaying multiple versions of the same character in your display, these three definitely stand out as different when next to each other. So I'm really pleased. I'm really happy with how he looks. Now this obviously is one of the more classic looks of Johnny Storm, of the Human Torch. The white and blue seem to be one of the more familiar suits, and one that obviously fans have been asking for a very long time, but with the impending release of Galactus, it was about time that they did release them. And obviously releasing them on the card back was a real nice touch. Now we did get Doctor Doom quite a while back, so we did get a bit of a tease of what that card back was going to look like, but this is definitely a great Wave, and I haven't even got it in hand yet. I've only got the Pulse exclusive, which is of course Johnny Storm and the Invisible Woman. Now, if I just take him apart, I've just had a bit of an idea while I'm looking at the three of them. Actually, if I combine all three of them, so I'm going to take the head off of this one that I've got in hand, the Pulse exclusive, and then I'm going to grab, let's go for the Walgreens. I'm going to take the head off of the Walgreens one, and then I'm going to take the hands. Actually, look, if I put the head on that one, that actually looks quite cool. I don't mind that. Actually looks well alright. And I'm going to take the hands off of the modern version. So combining the head from the Walgreens one, the hands from the modern version, and obviously the body of the retro one, we get this mixture. Now I think this is a really cool looking Johnny Storm. Just enough powered up effects to show that he's a Human Torch, but enough of that classic costume showing through. So I think this is actually how I'm going to display this version. I'm going to have a think what I'm going to do with the others. But anyway, if you're enjoying the 5-minute figure reviews, please do like, share, subscribe, all of those things. It's very much appreciated. But yeah, brilliant Human Torch figure.